Hi, and welcome to Hallies Creations. We're going to jump right into the project. Here we're making that cute little wreath that you saw on the thumbnail out there. And the first thing we're going to do is zip tie two ribbons, and these are the burlap ribbon that I picked up. And we're going to zip tie each section. See how I just popped it through there? And we're just going to twist and let that be a little fluffy in there and full, because we're going to add bows to this and our decorations. So a little sloppy is okay. It's okay. But where do I get my supplies, Hallie? The Dollar Tree. See that little tag I showed you? The wreath form is from the Dollar Tree. This is a 14-inch wreath form. You can go any size you want. If this is your first time doing a wreath, go small. Don't go real big. So 14 inches is fine, 12 to 14 inches. So each section we are going to zip tie that ribbon. You'll notice down there on the bottom it says Hallies Creations, NFTs coming soon. What's an NFT, Hallie? This is different art pieces that I've done, and there's a lot more on ArtPal, as well as when I do upload to OpenSea that are digital art forms. I've had several collectors contact me, and I decided finally to set up a gallery on OpenSea. So if you see me advertising that, that's what that's about. You can also get original art pieces as well as prints through ArtPal, or just contact me at my email or directly with a comment. But I thought this was a wreath form. It's like, yes, this is crafts, this is wreath, but I also am an artist, and I do paintings digitally as well as oils, acrylics. I paint on glass, and I do tutorials for all that as well, and that's all on my channel. So if you go to the channel and you look up the different playlists that I have, you'll see all the different things that I do tutorials on. So here I'm trimming the ribbon, and I'm leaving it a little bit longer, simply because, as I share, once you cut it, you can't put it back. So leave it long, because you can always come back and trim it down later. So we're going to put our little gnome, which we picked up at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And we're going to actually zip tie him right to the form as well. This is a super easy. Did I say easy? Wreath to make. So we're just simply going to zip tie him on, secure him, and continue to make the bows and put those on. You're going to see where I show you how to make one bow, and then I have all the bows made already. That's just to save time. So when you're sitting there watching TV, you can sit there and make a whole bunch of bows up, and then when you do your wreath form, you'll have them all ready to go. I'm just showing you here to use the good heavy-duty clippers for those zip ties, so you don't ruin your scissors. You can pick those up at any hardware store. Probably could pick them up at Wally's World too, and Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, you can check out my Amazon profile page, and it has supply lists for all the different projects I do as well, for the items that I do buy on Amazon. No affiliated links at this time. Just wanted to make it easier for you to pick up the things that you need to do your projects and make life a little bit simpler. So here we're going back to the ribbon, and we're going to loop this. We're not zigzagging it, we're actually looping it. And the reason we're doing that is because there's only a pattern on one side, so we want that to pop out. So we're looping it twice and leaving the tail in there. So you have two full loops, and then the tails are in there, about 7 inches or so, depending on the size of bow you want. And then we're going to do that again with a smaller ribbon, and do that 5 to 6. And we're going to loop that twice. Most of these wreaths that you're seeing pop up are on my playlist. So you just go under the wreaths playlist and you'll be able to see how to make these as well. The cork ones are really fun, and so are the fabric ones. So we're just going to fold that in half just to make sure you have it centered, for you don't have it wonky, one side, you know, longer than the other. How many of you have been there, done that? I have. We're going to zip tie it now. And there you go. So you actually have 4 loops on each side, so a total of 8 loops. Don't want to confuse you. 2 loops, then 2 loops, zip tie, and now we're going to twist and fluff. If you want to make them fuller and fluffier, it's so fluffy, you totally can. But for me, less is best. You're keeping your costs down when you're doing it this way, and it looks great. It's not too bulky. So now we're simply going to zip tie all these cute bows onto your wreath form in all the bare spots. You don't want to get it too cluttery around the little gnome because you want him to stand out, but you want to frame him with all those cute little bows. So while we're doing that, I'm going to talk to you just for a little bit. So if you want to jump ahead, you're more than welcome to. I won't take it personal, but I do want to share with you a few things going on in Hallie's world. I started a new channel a few months ago. I don't even know if it's been a few months yet. I bounced it off of my Instagram. I had that going for a few years, and it's basically life's lessons with a biblical perspective. And that's called Real Talk with Hallie Jolis, and that is on YouTube now, and there's actually a link in the descriptions, and you're welcome to jump over there and check that out. I have taken my Instagram shares and tried to rework them for YouTube and then uploaded them, as well as new materials being introduced all the time. So that's one thing for housekeeping. Another thing I want to remind you is when you're out doing your shopping after the holidays, that's the best time to get all the different ribbons and decor and things like that to make all these fun little projects. I picked up, you'll see on one of the shares I did, it's the porch board. I picked that up after Halloween, after fall season, and I picked up a whole bunch of them because they were marked down 90%. So I have those that I can rework into porch signs and such. So you're going to be seeing a lot of those. And then the ribbons, you buy the different colors that will work throughout the year. So Christmas, you always have red, you always have white. A lot of times you have blue, and you have the silver and the gold. So you can pick those up after the holidays. About the second or third week, they really blow them out at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. Each store is different, so I can't speak for each one. But then you will have that for your projects going forward. This ribbon that I have here that I'm using on this farm, I've actually had for over a year. I picked it up after the 4th of July last year, I believe, or maybe even the year before. And I just bought a ton of it because they were blowing it out at 90%. So you can't go wrong. Even if you have a $10 roll of ribbon, which most of you out there know, good quality ribbon, that's what you're going to pay. Well, now you're paying $1. So $1 is a lot better than $10. I can get 10 for the price of 1. So I try to take advantage of those kind of things. So here I'm just trying to figure out where am I going to put these bows, and that's what you're going to do as well. Make up a whole bunch of bows, about 10, maybe even 15 depending on the size of your wreath, but 10 is probably going to be enough. And then kind of just place them around randomly that looks visually nice for you. The thing that I like to always say to my grandchildren, to my grands, is art is art and creativity is creativity. Don't worry about what everybody else is telling you. You do you. Have fun with it. It's cheaper than therapy, and you have something to show for it. So just get out there, don't stress over it, get out of your head and play and have fun and enjoy the process. That's my little encouragement for you. You make a mistake, it's okay. Like Bob Ross used to say, it's a happy mistake, it's okay. A lot of times when I'm painting, that happens. You're into a painting that you've worked on, you're almost done, and then all of a sudden you got a glob. What are you gonna do? You know, you're gonna have to rework and reboot and adjust, and most times it's a good thing. It comes out great. So just have fun with it. So here we're just going to trim up everything, and now we're going to put our little embellishments on, which are little stars. They're so cute. I picked those up at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and then there's some big stars that I had picked up actually last year that I still had in my supplies. I think they still have them this year too though. But you can go down to the Dollar Tree and just kind of check out what they have, and there's just so many fun things in there that they have. So we're just going to twist and fluff and make this a little prettier. and add our accents to it. Now I'm showing you on the back here how I zip tied a little hanger on there. It's a little welcome sign that they have at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And it's perfect for your wreath hanger to hang on the door. You just zip tie that on and it's that easy. And what I've done, because we live in the desert and it's high winds out here, is I just zip tie that to the hook on my front door, and so far it hasn't gone to visit the neighbors yet. It's still hanging there. And then I use the really good Gorilla Glue, because the heat will melt the glue when you have it outside, especially if you're living in the desert as I do. So buy the good glue, get a good glue gun. That glue gun's actually on my Amazon profile page under my supplies. That's the one I've had for years and I absolutely love it. I've done some product demos for some different glue guns. This is the one that I like. So a cordless glue gun is a good thing to have. Those are the little stars, what they look like at the Dollar Tree. They're come in a little bag, and you're not even going to use that whole bag. So don't try to put everything that you buy on your wreath. Only use accents and just give it that little pop and that little character. So here's the stars that I told you about. We're going to glue those on just to give it a little bit more dimension. And we're done. It's that easy. It's not that hard to do. And it's very affordable when you pick up your supplies after the holidays. Plan ahead a little bit and just enjoy the process. Have fun. Happy creating. And until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you, as Papa Chuck would say. As my dad had always said, have a good day, but have a better tomorrow. And to my grands out there, you know I love you. Peace out. Bye.